The Big Bash League in Australia. Cricket Australia looked at the IPL's instant success and realised their own domestic T20 tournament, a sleepy state-based affair, needed a turbo boost. In 2011, they ripped up the old script and created the BBL, 8 city-based franchises playing through the Australian summer school holidays. The objective was simple: bringing kids, mums, dads, and people who never thought they liked cricket. The format is a double round robin with a twist. The finals series is a maze of second chances. The top 2 teams play a qualifier, third plays fourth in an eliminator. Then the eliminator winner meets the qualifier loser in the knockout, and the winner of that goes on to the challenger to earn a spot in the final. It keeps hope alive deep into January. There are 8 teams today, unchanged from launch. The Sydney Sixers, Perth Scorchers, Melbourne Stars, and Hobart Hurricanes have become summer staples. Player selection in the BBL started with state contracting, but the league now holds a much-anticipated overseas player draft with platinum, gold, and silver rounds. Each team gets to pick international stars, and the draft night has become appointment viewing. Squads are limited to 3 overseas players, and only 2 can take the field in the playing 11. The salary cap sits around $3 million Australian dollars, so you don't get IPL-style megabucks. But the league attracts giants like Rashid Khan, Chris Lynn, and previously Shane Warne. The trophy itself is a sleek silver cup, and the road to lifting it is a survival course. Perth Scorchers have dominated, winning 5 titles and becoming the BBL's gold standard. Their battles with the Sydney Sixers are the league's premier rivalry, often meeting in finals. And the local derbies, the Melbourne Stars versus Renegades, the Sydney Sixers versus Thunder, draw massive family crowds. The financial value of the BBL is estimated above $300 million, with its current broadcast deal worth over $1 billion Australian dollars. An average match pulls close to 1 million viewers, and the prize money for the champion is around $600,000. It's not IPL money, but the BBL's real triumph is introducing an entire generation to the game. The Pakistan Super League, after the 2009 terrorist attack on the Sri Lankan team bus in Lahore. International cricket abandoned Pakistan for years. The country's cricket board watched its talent play home matches in the UAE, and its fans ache for the roar of a stadium on home soil. The PCB needed a symbol of resilience. They launched the PSL in 2016, staging the first editions entirely in the UAE, with the long-term goal of bringing the whole tournament back home, a goal they have largely achieved. It's a 6-team competition with a crisp double round robin and a straightforward playoff system: qualifier, eliminator, and final. No safety net of a second qualifier, which makes every league match a knife edge. The 6 franchises, Karachi Kings, Lahore Qalandars, Islamabad United, Peshawar Zalmi, Quetta Gladiators, Multan Sultans, represent the country's cricket-mad cities. The PSL uses a draft, not an auction. Players are placed into categories: platinum, diamond, gold, silver, emerging, and teams pick in a snake draft format. It keeps things orderly and prevents runaway spending. Overseas players can be a maximum of 4 in the playing 11, and the salary cap for each team has risen to about $1.5 million US, with platinum players like Babar Asam and Shaheen Afridi commanding the top bracket. Islamabad United and Lahore Qalandars are the most successful franchises, with Lahore's pace factory and owner-driven vision making them a modern fairy tale. The greatest PSL players read like a who's who of T20 artistry: Babar's effortless accumulation, Shaheen's new ball magic, Rashid Khan's mystery spin, and the late Shane Warne's brief but electric cameo as a mentor and icon. The biggest rivalry, of course, is Karachi versus Lahore, a cricket version of Pakistan's great cultural divide, splitting families and offices every season. Financially, the PSL's valuation is growing north of $300 million, with a recent broadcast deal pushing revenue higher. TV viewership has crossed 200 million cumulative in some seasons, and the winner's check is around $500,000. More importantly, the PSL brought cricket home, and that is priceless. The Caribbean Premier League. West Indies cricket had spent decades battling the decline of its international side and the fragmentation of its island nations. In 2013, Cricket West Indies launched the CPL with a very clear identity. This would be a party first, a cricket match second. 6 teams, representing 6 countries or territories, compete in a league stage followed by the classic qualifier eliminator playoff system. The Trinbago Knight Riders, Guyana Amazon Warriors, Jamaica Talawars, Barbados Royals, St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots, and St. Lucia Kings have become the heartbeat of the region's summer. The player drafts, with similar rounds to other leagues, fills each roster. The CPL is famously generous with overseas talent, allowing up to 5 in a squad and 4 in the playing 11. The salary cap is roughly $1.5 million, and the highest paid players are usually homegrown West Indian icons, Andre Russell, Kieran Pollard, Sunil Narine, who also play in the IPL and bring a gladiatorial energy back to the islands. Trinbago Knight Riders have won the most titles, while Guyana Amazon Warriors have the heartbreaking tag of reaching multiple finals without lifting the trophy. The greatest players are synonymous with joy. Chris Gale's universe of sixes, Dwayne Bravo's champion swagger, Russell's superhero power hitting. Rivalries like Trinbago versus Barbados and Jamaica versus Guyana are soaked in regional pride and steel drum rhythms. The league is valued around $200 million, backed by a solid broadcast deal with Star Sports that feeds a hungry diaspora in India and beyond. Prize money hovers around $1 million in total, with the winner taking home half. But the CPL's real currency is vibe, and no league sells joy quite like it. The SA20. Cricket South Africa had tried and failed twice to launch a flashy T20 league. The T20 Global League was announced, postponed, and cancelled in 2017, leaving the board red-faced and financially wounded. But in 2022, a new plan emerged, a partnership with the IPL's powerful franchise owners, who would own all 6 teams, bringing capital, cricket intelligence, and instant credibility. The SA20 kicked off in January 2023 and immediately became South Africa's most watched domestic sporting event. The format is a double round-robin with the 4-team playoff system, Qualifier 1, Eliminator, Qualifier 2, and Final. 6 franchises: Sunrisers Eastern Cape, MI Cape Town, Paarl Royals, Pretoria Capitals, Joburg Super Kings, and Durban Supergiants, all tightly linked to their IPL parent brands. The auction system is used, a straight copy of the IPL model. Overseas players are capped at 4 in the playing she. The salary cap is around 39 million rand, roughly $2.1 million. Sunrisers Eastern Cape, brilliantly led by Aiden Markram, won the first 2 editions back-to-back, stamping a dynasty early. The greatest players are a blend of South African steel and global stardust. Markram, Rashid Khan, Jos Buttler, and Heinrich Klaassen, whose monstrous hitting has defined the league's highlight reels. The rivalries are young but already spicy. MI Cape Town versus Paarl Royals. The Coastal Showdowns, the Pretoria Joburg Northern Derby. The SA20's financial ecosystem is underpinned by the IPL connection, with a SuperSport broadcast deal and a valuation fast approaching $150 million. Viewership records tumbled in the first 2 years, and the winner's prize of 34 million rand makes it a serious payday. It's the proof that when IPL brains meet South African soul, cricket wins.